Aries Spears is going full Karen now. Before we get into the video, I'm just letting y'all know I caught a nasty eye infection. So that's why I'm wearing these goofy glasses. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at?
What's poppin', y'all? It's looking like things are only getting more embarrassing for Aries Spears after his split with Vlad, and he's become the butt of the joke for even Vlad's ops. So first, let's get a little bit of a recap on the last things that Aries Spears said, which is first him addressing the fact that Vlad said they're not friends. And keep in mind, instead of responding on his podcast or on his platform, he decided to respond on Instagram for the free. So Mark Zuckerberg is saluting him.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears here. Listen, man, I said I wasn't going to address this because I didn't feel like I really needed to. But I'm going to address it because the warrior-like spirit in me that's an Aries, because that's my zodiac, is fighting it. But I'm going to try to be a gentleman about it as much as I can. Apparently, Vlad decided to do an interview where he's taking shots at me and throwing me under the bus. And let me just say for the record, Vlad, you are a coward, a narcissist, and a hypocrite. Because I didn't even really watch the whole video, because what turned me off immediately was he started out by saying, "We not friends." You said to me in my face on multiple occasions that we are friends. But now all of a sudden, because I asked you for a bump in pay and that pissed you off, we're not friends? So which is it? Tell the truth. And let me give you all a little bit of backstory. So basically, I called Vlad and said, look, I feel like I want a little bit of bump in pay because I know my value. You once had Lord Jamar, Godfrey, Tony Yayo, Boozy, and me, all of which many times people said were your best guests. Who's the only one left? Me. Godfrey left, Jamar left, Yayo left, and Boozy left. I'm the last one standing. And when people go, yo, I watched the show because of you.
So I do think Aries Spears is valid.
There's a valid argument here, but, you know, I also think, how much bump in pay are you asking for, and how did you ask? Let's talk about that. So I'm following you right now, brother. Let's see what else you got for me.
Valid in this and thinking like, damn, dog, like we're not friends. I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
Whereas like Vlad, he's previously thought he was friends with Boosie, I guess, and he's like, I don't know if this is like a friendship, even though we've had a long relationship. But
I mean, I think no matter what, money always makes things a little tricky. You know, I don't necessarily outright agree with the saying, when you have friends, you can't mix money with it, because honestly, it's a beautiful thing when you have friends and you can make money with your friends and, you know, contribute to their cause and support your friends in different ways financially. I think it's a beautiful thing, but, you know, money do be the root of all evil too, though. You know, money, I've seen people do some really nasty things for money. So it's really one of those situations like, yeah, y'all might have been friends, but if that foundation wasn't like this, boy, it's quick. That money will flip that situation real quick, man.
Things never got disrespectful. And I think to Vlad, he potentially thought that they were friends until Aries Spears kind of played him.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Aries Spears did not even, he said he called Vlad. He didn't call Vlad. He texted Vlad, which Vlad showed the text, and Vlad was willing to negotiate with him. And then,
and on some real shit, like, this is just some advice to any of my brothers watching out here, bro. If you have a serious conversation to hold with anybody, whether it's your friend, your girlfriend, your parents, you know, a conversation of value that, you know what I'm saying, you want to make a real point, just call them. Just call them and speak to them man to man, man to woman, you know, peer to peer. Because all that texting shit, I feel like while it is a great way for simple communication to get your point across, when emotions are involved or questions or conversations that can potentially heighten emotions, texts don't give enough context. You can't hear the tone of somebody's voice. You can't hear the intention in their voice. And I've seen time and time again, things get blown out of proportion because people can't be on the same page while reading that text message. So honestly, I could honestly predict to a degree that this conversation, this disagreement could have went a completely different direction if they would have just picked up the phone and called each other man to man or had this conversation face to face.
Want to see even more reactions? Tap into Berto Extra.
Huh? Oh, no! There's no way you can go out like that. Yo, butterflies are low-key terrifying in the face, bro. That's crazy.
Where you at, Berto?
Aries Spears is playing the game as if he has leverage. And he's like, we'll talk when I feel like it. And then all of the people that Aries Spears said that left, that helped build Vlad TV in the past 7-8 years, those people are still there other than Godfrey. But Godfrey's been gone for, he's not going back. I don't believe so. But Vlad would say that Lord Jamar is still there, and they're still cool at least. I don't really think Lord Jamar is coming back. I don't think the pay is that good for him, and I don't think the views do that good. But you've also got Tony Ayo, who has an interview rolling out right now. This guy was completely wrong about that. But one of the funniest things is when he tells Vlad that he needs to stay in his lane.
The moment your interview's over, I unsubscribe. There's value in that. So you're mad at me because I'm recognizing my worth? And I told you I wanted to be fair. I wasn't even saying pay me what you pay Boozy, because I get it. From a numbers business standpoint, I get it. I'm just asking you to be a little bit fair. And now here's the thing. Again, you're a liar, you're a coward, and you're a hypocrite. Because what you do is you want to be seen so badly instead of just doing what you do.
I don't know about that. Most of Vlad's interviews for 10 plus years was him behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the case, but hold on, I'm hearing you.
Which is stay behind the camera. 2 times you asked to come to my shows. One, I forget where it was in LA. I think it was Oxnard or Brea or whatever. And then the other one at the Nova Theater. Both times I gave you free tickets. And you said to me both times, yo, shout me out, shout me out. Why is that? Because it's so important for you to have the attention on yourself. And I didn't shout you out because I knew that. That was my moment. That was my time. When I'm on your show, it's both our times. So there's that. Then here's the other thing. You went and talked about my podcast partner, Andy Steinberg, who you befriended. Both times you came to my show. Now all of a sudden, you talking about him? Make that make sense.
So how the hell are you going to tell Vlad that all he needs to do his job and stay behind the camera when if you look at Vlad's response to Aries Spears, which is an hour long, where Vlad is in front of the camera, that has done more views than Aries Spears interviews do. Not the interview like a year ago, because the full interview from a year ago on the Diddy stuff, that did almost 1 million. But Vlad responding to Aries Spears did 350,000. That does the more than most Aries Spears interviews. Like the most recent one was 8 months ago, I think. That one did 4 months ago did 300K, the full interview. And then 1 month ago, it did 272K. So he's ranging anywhere from 300 to 500. That Vlad one, within less than a week, it's at 300,000. So you told Vlad to stay behind the camera and he shouldn't be talking. He gets in front of the camera and he's talking to you and he's doing more views than you. Or
Vlad's been a staple in the game for a long time now, man. I don't think Vlad is thirsty or fishing to get a shout out at your concert. I mean, if he did ask you, I'm not saying you're lying, but maybe he just wanted to feel the energy. Like, I don't think it was necessarily like this is a guy that's thirsty for attention, bro. I think Vlad is overly solidified in his position.
He will do more views than you in that situation. And one thing that Vlad doesn't address, though, is that I do believe Vlad wanted the shout out. Vlad wanted to be seen. Vlad is out in the mix now, and he has been for the past couple of years. So this was never addressed by Vlad, to be fair to Aries Spears here. And I think Aries Spears is correct in saying, like, dog, you're asking me for a shout out on the stage at my work? I don't think that's too tactful, even if that's your man.
Again, I just don't feel like Vlad is thirsty for that shit, though. But I'm not saying it didn't happen. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
I feel like if you're at your man's show, you show up and you just support. You're not asking him for anything at his show. Unless it's like maybe tickets or you're like, yo, can I come backstage? That's fair enough. But to ask to be mentioned at his, like, he's doing his craft. It's like if Aries Spears were to ask Vlad, like, yo, can you mention me in the interview that you do with this guy? I think Vlad might do it, but I think that's something that shouldn't be asked. It's just not tactful. But hey, like you said, they're not friends either. So if they're not friends, why would he ask to be shouted out? A little bit of confusion there. But with Vlad, his ops, who people aren't too fond of him, are the Joe Budden podcast. And Joe Budden would go in on Aries Spears.
Aries Spears, you're not on the pay me more people list.
I mean, he might think he is now, though.
That's why I'm talking to him.
But you never know what he got. No, wait. You never know what this getting.
That's true.
So now you heard you paying somebody $25K,
and I did it for $2,500.
And I did it for $2,500.
In 2 seconds, y'all jump in with whatever y'all thoughts are. I'm Aries Spears.
I'm always okay with that.
I don't know what you know about. Aries Spears, you not on those. You on the list of people that should be happy to get whatever crumbs they getting. Your name is cold as, especially since that Tiffany Haddish we don't really talk about no more. Oh. You cold as could be. You don't have leverage, beverage, or nothing else that rhymes with leverage. Picking up the phone, hey, I need more money. Not you, Aries Spears. Sorry. The Mad TV days, long gone. You ain't got Blistex money in your pocket.
Damn.
You crusty out the side of his face, looking all stupid.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Joe. You talking crazy. Hey, Aries. If I don't know about you, but me personally, dog, I might have to box about this. There's some fighting words he throwing out.
You gotta look.
He said you ain't nothing, nigga.
In the mirror.
Am I instigating, chat?
Before people ask for more money, they gotta look at themselves and say what? Look. Don't say nothing. Find the mirror, stare, gaze, have an honest about what you see, and then decide if you want to move forward with asking for more money.
I mean, that's some truth, man. You know, again, I'm not going to necessarily single in on Aries in this situation, but I think a lot of people, you know, they have an idea of themselves that they have painted where they want to be, but they forget that they're not actually there yet. Or even better yet, some people have actually reached that height of success at some point, but the moment done passed, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, you're not burning as hot as you used to be, but you can't let go and understand, accept that, like, hey, bro, you either need to do something else to get popping again, or your time is just gone. Like, it's not your time in the spotlight anymore. You know, so self-awareness is so important. It doesn't mean that you devalue yourself. It doesn't mean that you know, just sit there and take anything from anybody. But, bro, nobody's going to pay you $100 million because you feel like you're worth it. You got to show us you worth it.
Asking for more money.
And the niggas that are worth it, they getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Point blank, period.
It can get real tricky. It could go quickly to, there's no money. Because Vlad gonna fire him. Vlad ain't gonna do nothing but fire this whenever the time see fit, whenever the contract run out, all that's over with. Then what's happening with Aries Spears?
So he's clowning the hell out of him, saying he's lucky to even get paid, and he is certainly right. When it comes to that controversy that was going on, it was with Tiffany Haddish. It was this quote-unquote comedy that people found very, very distasteful, and he was going through a lot of controversy about it. Aries Spears, that was harming him, and Joe Budden is just saying, like, yeah, dog, you should have just been taking your pay. You shouldn't be talking. You're not even relevant. And I think Joe Budden maybe doesn't like Aries Spears more than he doesn't like Vlad, but I think he's just being fair here. And another member of the Joe Budden podcast would go in on Aries Spears too.
Where's Aries Spears going? Sorry, Aries Spears.
Leverage is a funny thing, man.
It is. I'm always.
He don't have none.
I know. I don't know if he do or he don't.
I'm telling you he don't.
He don't.
But I'm telling him, Aries Spears, if you know Aries Spears out there, send this clip to him. Aries Spears, you don't have leverage.
I support workers getting what they deserve, and I support people not getting their labor exploited. In this situation,
I just think another thing that we got to take in consideration when it comes to this whole Vlad thing, like, Vlad opted to pay people. Most people that have a platform similar to Vlad that are doing interviews, I don't think they're paying people. Like, it's a smart business model. You know, I'm sure if you ask somebody to come on your platform to do an XYZ, you know, interview or podcast, and you offer them money to come, it's more likely that they're going to say yes. But I also think Vlad is at a point in his career when he's doing his interviews, bruh, like he don't got to pay nobody. You know, it's almost a better it's almost a like if Vlad would ask me to come on to do an interview, it's almost like, I mean, shit, I'd be honored, you know, at this point in my career. I get more from get more exposure from the situation just from being on the platform. So again, it's a case by case scenario, but again, Aries, if you're looking at where you are in your career and how things are moving, and it's like if you aren't posting a vid on your own terms without Vlad and not getting the views that the clips are getting, why do you feel like you should be getting paid even more money? You say you get it from a business perspective, but do you? Yeah, I mean, shit. There's an argument to be said that he's not even profiting off of your shit. Maybe.
Exploitation of the labor depends on what the value is you're earning for the company. I don't know the numbers, but just doing a quick YouTube search, just looking at the raw data, it's very clear he shouldn't be getting Boosie money. I'm not sure he should be getting Lord Jamar money. Again, no disrespect to none of them. I'm talking about just in terms of the numbers. So
yeah, but now if they gone, you don't get none of them. You don't have no Lord Jamar. But that doesn't have no Boosie. Yeah, you don't have no.
But he still has his own entire platform that has nothing to do with them. Like, I'm sure, again, the viral clips and moments that that Vlad got from Aries, did it add to the pie? Sure. But can we actually sit here and honestly say, if Vlad took away those interviews and they just ceased to exist, nobody's watching Vlad anymore? I don't think so, bro. I think that he's more than good taking away those interviews. That's not what made him.
YouTube work. Like, if somebody, I'm with you, like, if in certain things, right? Like if I'm the only dude on the team and now I got to put up 30 more shots, that's different. But the people who want to see a Boosie interview don't say, you know what, I'll just watch Aries Spears.
So Mark Lamont Hill, who's always, you know, he's workers' rights. He wants people to get paid more. Even he's looking at it like, yo, check the numbers, man. How do you want to get paid more than 4 bands? This don't make no sense. And not only how do you want to get paid more, because that's not the issue that Vlad had. Vlad had just bumped his pay. He bumped his pay, and then he wanted it to get bumped again, and Vlad was like, okay, let's have a conversation, and the guy disrespected him and didn't want to have the conversation. So that's really the biggest problem in all of this. So of course, Aries Spears addresses all of this on IG Live. Meanwhile, Vlad hops on his platform, eats off of him. He's like, okay, let's keep going back and forth, Aries Spears. Well, you know what happens next? Aries Spears hops back on IG Live again and starts talking about suing Vlad. Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm about to sue you for defamation of character.
What? Oh, man.
Weirdo.
Yeah, bro, you lost me. Now there's nothing left to defend, dude.
This is about to get ugly. Because now you're just making shit up. I saw the clip where you said your staff, as in multiple people, said that I was disrespectful to them. Your staff, you got one guy that's in the studio with you, and that's the cameraman. And the only interaction I ever have with your camera guy is when he mics me up. And I signed the tablet saying you could use my light I ever exchange between me and the one guy in the studio besides you.
What are you suing for,
your staff? And I'm disrespectful? You have a lawsuit coming. You're lying.
Oh my God, bro. You're a comedian, dude. Not to say that you can't feel disrespectful, but we're suing over some banter on the internet, gang? Come on, man.
The people that watch Vlad, he is a liar.
This is ridiculous by Aries Spears. He's saying that the word staff, because Vlad said staff and Aries Spears only ever sees one person, that Vlad is defaming him. No. This is absolutely ridiculous. And on top of this, keep in mind, Vlad said that Aries Spears got a makeup artist every single time. Vlad had to commission a makeup artist for Aries Spears every single interview he did. So there would be the makeup artist, and there would also be the person that was signing you in and handling all the video stuff while you were there. So that's 2 people, actually. So is Vlad a liar that you didn't have a makeup artist? Because he didn't address that one. Did you not get makeup done? That's number 1. And then the other guy, did you not ask him to get you a towel? Those are the instances Vlad gave specific details. And this guy's saying, oh, no, I asked him when I was being disrespectful. No, he's talking specifically, and Aries Spears is not addressing the specifics. He's just moving around vague, and of course, moving around on IG Live again, or IG video, and then talking about suing Vlad. He's not suing anything. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Vlad has given nothing but facts. I do think Vlad is being a little bit disingenuous when he was like clowning the partner or the podcast partner of Aries Spears. Sure. I do believe Aries Spears when he's saying like, yo, you were trying to befriend the Steinberg guy and said he was funny, and now you're saying he's completely unfunny and he's whack. I think that's true, because I think Vlad got a little bit emotional and he just started clowning the other guy because he felt him take shots at him. But hey, it's all fair. He doesn't have any relationship with that guy. But yeah, Aries Spears did not address the makeup artist, which would be another member of the staff, even if it's commissioned for that day, and also the towel incident, because that's what we care about. But funny enough, Aries Spears was begging to go back on Vlad for free this time. Vlad, and even academics clowns him for it.
Imagine like me and Spotify working out a deal, and we get to a point I'm like, nah, you know what? I'll come bring my podcast there for free just to show y'all. Like, wait, what? Wait.
Yeah, you want to come on our platform, the one that you're just beefing with, for free? Like, and this is where it clearly shows, like, bro, you need to do some self-reflecting, gang. If you're going to talk about how you're worth this and you need more money, just do it yourself then, gang. And I'm not even saying that in a sarcastic way, bro. Motherfuckers always love talking about and I'm not saying that's exactly what Aries said about Vlad, but yeah, I made you. You're nothing without me. Okay. Then if that's the case, why are you so worried about me? Just go make yourself then, nigga. Right or wrong, chat?
If this was just about like some other cool, bro, y'all started beefing over a raise. You can't give this for free. What the The whole point of y'all arguing is the raise. How you offer this for free? I see why Vlad playing with y'all. Aries Spears, I like you. Don't get mad at me. I'm just like analyzing. Okay? I do like Aries Spears. I ain't got no problem with him. But still, like, this was crazy.
You ain't got to pay me shit.
What? Yo, Vlad listens to it right now like, why you ain't say this from the get-go, fool? I wasn't trying to pay your anyway. Yo, how you go from texting and, yo, I need a raise to, you don't got to pay me shit.
One better. I'll come on your show one more time for free. You ain't got to pay me. And we could talk about it right then and there so we could get the truth. Because there's 3 sides to the truth. Your story, my story, and the truth. So don't be a coward.
What?
Bring me back and let's go through it.
All this over $4,000, man. Yo, Aries, I do think that if you and Vlad sat down, you'd probably have the best of him. I'll say this, though. Here's the problem. Yo, it always looks bad when the comedian seems mad. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to clown the out of Vlad. This came across as an angry guy over $4,000. And, you know, as a comedian, I would have hoped he would have took the other approach, but maybe he's waiting until he sits down with Vlad. Here's the thing. If I'm Vlad, I'm not sitting down with a comedian.
So, yeah, this is just outrageous. The whole debate was about him getting paid more, and then now he wants to hop back on one more time for free to roast Vlad. And then now they've even got music videos, which we'll try to play, for Vlad clowning Aries Spears. So that was a
These are the now, we gotta admit, there's a lot of negatives with AI slop, but boy, some of this shit like this is what makes it funny. You're probably not gonna hear no audio for copyright, but what the hell?
Fan-made video, and if you look at Vlad's Vlad's X page, there are so many different fans making memes that I'm going to show a bunch on screen that are him just clowning Aries Spears. So now Aries Spears, who's the comedian, is being turned into the butt of the joke, especially on Vlad's feed. Vlad is just reposting everybody that's clowning Aries Spears. There's a really funny one where he says, should I let Aries Spears come back and do a free interview? And right now the votes are 64-35. People want the action. They want him to come back, but I really don't think Vlad should let him back. I think Vlad should make him the butt of every joke. He should constantly ask people about him, ask what they think. And if it's favorable towards Vlad and it clowns Aries Spears, keep it up. Because the way that he was treated by Aries Spears, especially some guy that you do business with and some guy that claims he's your friend, is not how a friend would treat you. And Aries Spears didn't value the distribution that Vlad gave him. Like, do you think that those people in Saudi Arabia that booked him for a comedy show, they saw him on his own platform or even his own short form content? Because Aries Spears puts out his comedy clips out on short form. No, they probably saw him from a Vlad interview or a Vlad clip. And this is the thing. A lot of these short form clippers that were putting out stuff on Aries Spears and Vlad, the memes and all that, that's going down. So Vlad is taking that down, but I don't think Aries Spears put a value on how many views those clips did and the fact that other people are paying for clippers to do that for them. So,
and that's kind of what I was saying, bro. Like, I feel like you gotta, I'm not saying that wanting more money is the problem, but where you were at in your career, you said you were making more money outside of the interviews, you know, and Vlad is continuously bringing you on his platform and paying you, and on your own, you're not pulling in X amount of numbers. Sometimes you just need to play the game, bro. Niggas don't know how to play the game. Niggas be getting greedy, gang.
So people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to be clipped as much as Aries Spears was getting clipped for free. And the reason that these clippers were clipping Aries Spears wasn't just because it's a funny moment, but because Vlad is such an established and known brand that people are just going to clip Vlad's stuff for free because he's known. Like, if you're at the top of the game, people are just going to clip you. Like, Joe Rogan says something, he doesn't need a clipping campaign or to pay a bunch of people to do it. It's Joe Rogan saying something that they know will get a ton of views, and they know people are familiar with Joe Rogan, so they're going to clip his stuff and throw it out there. That's also why you're seeing a lot of Adrian Broner everywhere. Granted, Adrian Broner is on Dean the Great's stream, and Kick is incentivized to put some money behind that, so clippers are getting paid whenever you're seeing Dean the Great and his Kick link, but Adrian Broner is getting clipped as well without Dean the Great. And that's happening because we all know who Adrian Broner is. So the clippers are saying, like, okay, take Adrian Broner, we'll throw some headline on it, people will love it, or people will watch it and engage with it, and we'll get our views. And that's what people were doing with Vlad and Aries Spears. But they're not.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. We're actually going to be reacting to an Adrian Broner vid very soon, probably today on stream. So y'all tap in. It's probably going to be by CSN as well. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this conversation, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I gave y'all my thoughts. My name's Berto. Where you at, Berto? Join the Where You At family so you never miss a live stream reaction live on Twitch. Link in the description. And I'm gone. Wish me well. You know, eye infection going crazy right now, man. But it is what it is.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.